Hey, what's going on, Capricorn? This is Brandon over at Wow Intuitive. I'm going to be doing a weekend energy reading for the dates of July 12th to the 14th for you. What we're going to do here is we're just going to take it by each kind of Capricorn that can be out there. So we're going to do 2 cards for the single Capricorn, 2 cards for the coupled up or married Capricorn, and 2 for the one that's kind of complicated in between. Maybe you're on the side, maybe you have something on the side, but we're going to do something for each of those statuses, all right? So let's get into it. This is going to be for, I'd like to go until a card flops out, and I got like one, you guys saw that. I got one shuffle in, and poof, here we go. What we're going to be working on for you single Capricorns out there is exercising or sharpening our third eye chakra. I'm almost guaranteeing a lot of you Caps out there, you're already open. You're already exercising this. And what we need to do is to continue to cultivate and nurture that flower so that it grows into a forest. Okay, so let's make sure that we're exercising our third eye chakra as much as possible, not only this weekend, but throughout the rest of your life. Okay, let's make sure that we're sharpening this sword, because once you have it to a certain, once you've exercised it and brought it to a certain level, you don't have to try to use it. It's always there for you. So let's make sure that we're still sharpening our sword, still tempering tempering the sword. That way we make sure we have the sharpest blade possible coming from our third eye. But let's make sure that we're exercising this as much as possible this weekend, so that way we are using intuition to make our decisions, okay? That's going to be for you singles out there. We're starting out with third eye chakra energy, which is wonderful. That means a lot of you singles out there are in a good place. Maybe you're trying to be single. You're not really worried about, getting yourself out there. But this is what's going to help you do that if you are trying to do that, is exercising your third eye intuition. That way you can see past the veil and see what's really going on in your environment, okay? And this is also going to assist you this weekend, my singles out there. If you're tired of being single, use your self-expression. Capricorns are very good at expressing themselves. A lot of you can even sing. So let's make sure that we're singing our song this weekend instead of barking our harshest obnoxiousness this weekend. Let's express ourselves eloquently, poetically, gracefully. Okay, let's make sure that we're using all of our range to make sure that everything that comes out of our mouth sounds like something beautiful. And I guarantee that it will assist you throughout this whole weekend, probably throughout the rest of your life if you do that. But let's make sure we're expressing ourselves in a beautiful way as often as possible, particularly this weekend, okay, my love? And as for you married, beautiful or coupled up Capricorns, you don't necessarily have to be married. You could be booed up, and still the same thing for you guys. But what we're going to be working on, we're still staying third eye. We're going to work on seeing. If you are having problems within your relationship, this is what's going to help you get through those issues, is seeing past the obvious. More than likely, your partner has something else going on that's either A, making them very difficult to deal with, or 2, making you difficult to deal with. So let's make sure that we're seeing past the obvious and getting to the root of these problems, getting behind the curtain so that we know what's going on backstage. All right? There's a lot of crap going on, and people who don't follow these energy type of things, that don't follow the esoteric side of life, they are affected by it and have no idea what's going on. So they're just flying off at the collar with whatever. And we have to help them because we're more aware. Our eye is open. All 3 of them are open. Okay? So let's make sure we're using that as much as possible to assist the harmony that is either already a part of your life or knocking on your door. Okay? Also, for my coupled up, lovely Capricorns out there, we're going to be using or working on or using our solar plexus chakra. And this is that zeal, the spark that your relationship has or had we're either reigniting or we're adding kindling to the fire this weekend, okay? Let's keep the passion going. Let's keep that fire burning brilliant, diamond shining brilliant. Let's keep it burning throughout this weekend. That way it can take you throughout the next week, throughout the rest of the year, throughout these really difficult energy cycles right now. Let's make sure that we're enjoying life to the fullest, appreciating everything that you do have. They say it is what it is, but it ain't what it's not. So let's make sure that we're applying that to our life. That way we're experiencing and enjoying as much of it as possible. All right? Let's get out there and enjoy the weekend as much as you can. Okay? Beautiful Capricorns. Now we're going to pull some for the complicated. And since you're kind of here in between, you're not really this or that, you're here and there. I like to pull a card from the top for you guys, and also one from the bottom. And I don't want you guys to take this information like, if you're single, you have to listen to this. If you're married, no, you can take information from any one of these card pairs and apply it to yourself, and it'll probably help you throughout this weekend, no matter which way you go with it. They're actually very similar in what they're asking you to express. So let's it's not doom or gloom. If you listen to me, you're going to be wonderful, and if you don't, then you're screwed. No, I don't. It's not like that. This is just a little bit of guidance to help you through the weekend. You're probably going to do it by yourself because you guys are open anyway. You guys already know what to do. So just keep following that insight, that internal voice of yours, that quiet voice of yours, and allowing that voice to be expressed. Okay? But for you in between, you complicated, what we're going to be working on this weekend is our actions. We want to be moving gracefully this weekend, like the dancer you see in this picture. We want to be moving confidently like she is as well. She's not only moving in a beautiful way, she's moving in a very sure and confident way as well. Okay, she knows how beautiful or how eloquent she looks right now. She knows how graceful her step is, and she's using that to her advantage. Okay, let's make sure that we're doing that as much as we can this weekend. Okay, my complicators, that way you can uncomplicate your life if you're trying to do that, or make it more difficult if that's what you like to do as well. Some people, live and let live. But let's make sure that our actions are graceful as a dancer this weekend. Okay, love? And it looks like we're sticking with that third eye. Like I said, you guys are open. My Capricorns out there are very aware. And we're going to be using our intuition as much as possible. We're going to be trying to see from the light casting within to cast shadows on everything that's outside of us. We're going to be looking internally to view the world outside of us. Okay? Use your intuition to make sure we're making good decisions, that we're really being clear with our expression, and making sure that we're taking in and receiving information with clarity as well. Let's make sure that we're using our intuition as much as possible this weekend to make great decisions if you have to make them, or to make or to create things or to express yourself, or to make an activity for you and those who you want to go out with. Let's make sure that we're using our intuition as much as possible, and not just thinking with our heads or seeing with our eyes or hearing with our ears. Let's make sure that we're using our mind as much as possible to see and not just to think. Okay? That's really all I have for you, you beautiful Capricorns out there. I'll be back soon with your weekly energy reading, but in the meantime, I hope everybody has a safe, fun weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Namaste.